It was supposed to be buried forever, locked away in dusty archives, whispered only in the darks #T-Corn-RS of the British aristocracy. But now, a trove of hidden letters, decades-old photographs, and confidential testimonies has emerged, threatening to unravel the carefully crafted image of Queen Camilla. For years, her past was a subject of speculation, painted in half-truths and discreet denials. But the revelations now spilling into the press are so explosive that even seasoned royal reporters admit they have never seen the palace this close to collapse. The most startling discovery: a secret chapter of Camilla's youth that allegedly links her to a clandestine network of wealthy socialites and foreign dignitaries, a circle that may have played a role in shaping her future power. According to a leaked dossier, Camilla's family hosted a series of lavish private gatherings in the English countryside during the 1970s. These weren't mere dinner parties. They were exclusive meetings where #politics, business, and personal alliances were forged over champagne and candlelight. And in the center of it all was a young Camilla, already demonstrating the charm, seasoning, and strategic mind that would one day make her one of the most influential women in Britain. Sources claim that during these gatherings, Camilla developed relationships that extended far beyond polite society. Several of her early acquaintances would later rise to positions of significant influence, both inside and outside the UK. One former royal aide described it bluntly: Camilla wasn't just a debutante. She was a player. She understood that relationships were currency, and she knew how to invest wisely. But the revelations don't stop there. Hidden among the leaked documents is evidence suggesting Camilla may have been involved in discreet correspondence with certain high-ranking officials long before her official role in the royal family. These letters, reportedly kept in a locked drawer in a now-deceased aristocrat's estate, hint at knowledge of royal affairs, diplomatic disputes, and even internal palace rivalries, years before she married King Charles. Critics are already asking the dangerous question: was Camilla always destined for the throne, and if so, how much of her path was carefully orchestrated? Another layer of the scandal involves a man known only by the codename the Falcon, a mysterious figure who appears repeatedly in early entries from Camilla's private journals. Palace insiders, after combing through the recovered material, believe this person may have been a discreet advisor or go-between, someone who provided Camilla with insider knowledge about the royal family's vulnerabilities. The identity of the Falcon remains unknown, but royal watchers are convinced that uncovering who he was could rewrite decades of royal history. The personal stakes are equally dramatic. Among the most shocking revelations is the existence of a sealed envelope marked "For Charles' Eyes Only." It reportedly contains a confession from Camilla about an incident in the late 1980s involving an undisclosed member of the royal household. The contents remain tightly guarded, but multiple insiders insist that if this letter ever became public, it would not only devastate Camilla's reputation, but also raise questions about her influence over the then Prince of Wales. Public reaction to these revelations has been swift and vivid. #ED. Some see Camilla as a shrewd survivor, someone who navigated the treacherous waters of aristocratic politics with intelligence and resilience. Others view her as a manipulator, who carefully built her power through backroom dealings and personal alliances, all while keeping her true intentions hidden. Inside Buckingham Palace, the mood is one of alarm. Senior courtiers are reportedly holding emergency meetings to determine how much of this story can be contained, and whether a public statement will be necessary. One insider, speaking #G under strict anonymity, warned, "This isn't just gossip. If half of what's in these documents is true, it means the monarchy has been operating under influences the public never knew existed." For now, Camilla has remained silent, her official engagements continuing without any acknowledgement of the storm brewing in the press. But questions keep piling up. Who exactly was she before the world knew her as Charles's companion? How deep did her connections run? And perhaps most unsettling, What else is still hidden in the shadows of her past? If history has taught us anything about the royal family, it's that truth has a way of clawing its way to the surface. And when it does, the crow